Alright everyone, so today we're going to be looking at how to run your own server on Openspades and edit it out in some detail, starting from the very beginning. There's also a similar tutorial out there like it, and I highly recommend that you come see this guy's channel, Pigeon, because he helped me out greatly. So without further ado, let's begin, because the last time I got robbed of time. So, I'm going to have links to everything to help make it faster, but what you want to do is that I like to go to GameJolt to get this game. So now that we have it, we're just going to open it up. WinRAR is going to be a nuisance. Just going to drag this out of here, and it's the same thing as doing an extract. Again, sorry if this is going fast, but I am literally on a time constraint with this. So, we have a working game of Openspades. However, the problem with this is that this is all the information that you need to start joining a game. Not to host, but to join. The easy solution to this is to simply download these, which will also be linked, and you can find that he'll have these links linked as well. You want to click on 0.75, the second one, and the map pack on the bottom. You're going to take these two out. You will take these two out eventually. So you take these two out. Just going to extract here and extract here. And now what we need to do is we need to open this up and Openspades up. We're going to take all of this, move it over into Openspades itself. And so now whenever we refresh it, we should have all of these. This config file right here is the actual game itself whenever you decide to host your own server. I'll go over some of the basics right now, and then I'll show you how to do scripts in case if you want to host your own game. So what I'm doing right now is I'm changing the name of it, and you can make this whatever you want to. So we have the server as the name. You can change this too if you feel like. So we're just going to change it. And now, you see, and then these are where you type in commands. And these are just going to be displaying. And this is tips and whatnot. And so, since you got all this up here, here are your maps. And this is why I downloaded the map pack. Is because whenever you go over here, you'll notice that in the maps folder, there's nothing in there to start, so you want to take these from the other, you can replace these, it doesn't matter. You can recycle this. Now that you have maps to mess with, you can now start putting in different maps than just the classic gen. Unless if that is your absolute favorite map and you never want to have any other ones, then by all means keep it. So, we now have the server, lemons, and the hallway as a selected map with random rotation. So now we're going to look at the teams. We have blue, you can name this whatever you want. So this is your red, your green, and your blue values. And because I don't like green, and I'll prove to you that this works, we're going to set this to red. We're going to go ahead and change the green value to 0 and the red value to 255. Passwords aren't scripted in to start off with, but they're there in case if you want to mess with them later on. So now that we have this to show you that it works, we're just going to simply, now that we've X'd it out with the saved changes, we're going to run this application, and this is the actual server itself. You're then going to go into here and play the game. You can have it full screen if you want to. I'm just not, so that way that you can actually see what I'm recording. Now, here's what you need to type in if you're hosting. If you're not hosting, what you need to do is you need to figure out what the IP address is of this computer. And I might link that as well. And basically, like, let's say, I don't know, maybe your IP address is like 1023, 100, 255 or something random like that. You just punch this in, hit connect, and it would instantly launch for you. But if you're hosting it, then what you need to type in is AOS : 2 backslashes 16 777 343. And now whenever I connect, I'll be able to join our own server that we have just made. And as you can see, we got blue and red team right here. We can join into the game, and as you can see, everything works. This is a completely and 100% standalone server for you and your friends to join at school or whatnot, or whatever. I'm just assuming that you're doing this at school, but it could be anywhere. So now that we have these, now we're going to start getting into the interesting stuff, which is scripting. And I must admit that scripting was not easy for me to find, and there's like no videos out there for how to do it. So I'll give you the link to this too, but right here are some scripts that you can use for your game. And these are mainly just different game types that you can use. And this is an automated, there was an automated, yeah, there it is, automated administrator for you if you feel like having it. Map making tools, Arena, which is the same thing as CSGO, can download these in. I'll show you how to do it too. All you want to do is you take all this text, and once you get all this text, you're just going to copy it. You're going to go and open up a new text document, and I'm going to label it as it was, so it's Arena. Oh yeah, that's right, because I had two. 1 second, let's just get rid of this, because I want to start completely and entirely fresh for you guys. And make sure that whenever you're typing this out, be absolutely sure you cannot use any kind of caps with this stuff whenever you're dealing with the scripts. So we've got all our information in here. Now what you're going to do is a save as. You're going to change this to an all files. And because it's a script, you want to do .py. This is for all scripts. There's no exception. All of them must be .py. You'll also notice that whenever they start loading in and you start using them more, you'll get these PYOs. And PYO, the O just means opened. That's all it means. It's nothing special. Now we have a script already saved to our script. So if we look, we should have Arena. There it is. PY file. We can run it later on. But now, let's say, I don't know, we're just playing the game, and we want to add maybe a map change, because having a map change is super important, especially if you don't want to have to keep on opening up servers and whatnot. So, if you want to open up and have different maps, or a vote map, what you need to do is the minute I actually find it right here. So, you want to add in the script by first going up here and typing it up here. So, let's see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 spaces, remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to put in a colon here. I mean, that's not a colon. You put in that mark, you know, just put that mark in. We're going to type in vote map in all caps. Now we're going to count off here off the backslash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, counting off the backslash again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, we're just going to put a little description here. Changes the map. Alright, and now that we have this in, I'm just going to put close quotations and a comma here. And now that we have this comma, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have accidentally put this wrong, so I apologize if I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, yeah, we did. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what you want. So now that we have those 8 spaces in there, because you want to have these evenly gapped, you will notice that vote map will pop up. However, the only problem with this is that if you type in vote map, nothing will happen. And that's because you might have it saying that it's a thing in your help menu, but it isn't going to do you a lick of good if you don't actually have the script put down in the scripts option, which is this down here. So what you need to do is you need to first find your vote map script, which should be already in there. So we have vote map. And we just want to type it in exactly how it says it. But first we want to make sure our spaces are correct. It's very important that these spaces are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quotations, vote, map. I'm going to put the quotations back, followed by a comma. Now that we have this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and off the back side too, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, this will now work. So now what we want to do is we want to go up here to our maps, and we want to make sure that we have more maps to vote from. So what we need to do is we have our advance on when true, map rotation is false, that's a good thing to have. Now we want to find where it says vote kick percentage. Alright, public vote map public votes are at true, the extensions are at 15. We might as well have it player driven because oh man, that was horrible spelling. Well, you don't have to have it, but you probably will want it to be player driven, especially if you get bored, so that way you don't have to wait for the end of the map duration. So, just going to save right there. We're going to go right on back to our maps. So now that we're here, we're going to go in and we're going to look at our maps. And I'm cutting it close here too. We're at 12 minutes, we only have 3 minutes left. So I'm just going to put in one map just to show you that works. Let's do, I don't know, let's do, get rid of this. Don't want it all uppercase all the time. Or maybe we do. Probably not, but let's do Harbor 2. So you just want to do a space here. We're just going to put in our quotations. HARBOR 2. Quotations followed by comma. And now let's save this. And now, in these last 2 minutes, I'm going to show you that this works. So, we close this out. So sorry about that pause. Something happened. I must have accidentally hit the button whenever I was minimizing. But what we've just done is we just opened up the central server again after updating it since we saved it. And now we're just going to get into the game to show you that everything works. And if it doesn't work, it's probably because there's a space somewhere in there that's incorrect. So what you now want to do, as you can see that this saves what you last put in, is you just hit connect. And if you're joining somebody else who's hosting, you just type in whatever their IP address is. So now we got this in. We're just going to go down here and we're going to type in help. And what you should see is that we should have the option to be able to do a game mode. See, streak, intel, vote kick. There it is right there, vote map. That's the one we just added. So we're now going to do vote map. So vote map. And if this works, what you should see is that the minute I punch this in, see, to extend, vote extend. So what you need to do is you just need to do /vote harbor 2. Not in caps though, so let me change that. Vote harbor 2. Whenever I click say, next map will be harbor 2. And that's basically how you set it up. Unfortunately, we're in a time crunch right now with only 30 seconds. Sorry I couldn't make it longer, but I hope that helped. And hopefully you can start having your own servers with your own custom stuff. So with that, I will see you later. And maybe in the possible future, I'll show you some of my own servers. So, see ya.